Live, this is Good Morning Texas.
Love to you. All right, coming up on GMT, tour Dallas's historic sites, landmarks, and culinary delights with Football Freddie and Fumble the Dog. Author Marnie Schneider takes us into the page of her new children's book and find out how you can get it for free, even better. It's game day. Oh, I wish it was, but today it will be. Football Freddie and her dog Fumble are trekking to Arlington to cheer on the Dallas Cowboys, but first they're going to stop at some historical sites, such as, let's see, they're going to stop at the fair and a few other places because they want to see how much they can do in DF-Dub. Author Marnie Schneider, she joins me from her home in Lake Norman, North Carolina. You are far away, to take us into the pages of the latest Football Freddie and Fumble the Dog book. And I believe you have Fumble with you right now.
I do, yes. Here he is, Fumble the Dog,
Hey,
in his
Fumble.
game day sweater.
I love it. All right, we're going to get to know Fumble a little later, but first we're going to share a little background on you. Your grandfather owned the Philadelphia Eagles. Your mom was the first woman in pro football to be a general manager, vice president, and legal counsel of a team. Wow, so you know football a little bit, huh?
I grew up traveling around to all these great cities, which was kind of the genesis of Football Freddie and Fumble the Dog game day. And yes, my grandfather owned the Philadelphia Eagles, and my mom, Susan, ran the team for my grandfather. She was the first and only female general manager, legal counsel, and vice president of a professional football team. And I'm super proud of her accomplishments and everything my family has also done. They started the Ronald McDonald House and did amazing things charitably. So I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to share my love for football and history. My mom was a teacher before she ran the Philadelphia Eagles. So getting a chance to share all that is really a privilege. Thank you.
That is amazing. It's in your blood. Football definitely is in your blood. You cannot escape it. But why did you decide to share your love of football and create children's books?
Well, like I said, my mom was a teacher. So growing up, I had this incredible opportunity to travel around and see all these great cities. And also reading was such an important part of my daily life. And I thought, you know, what a great way to showcase the great traditions of football, all these great cities that we have, and put them all together and really allow, you know, other people to see the great cities in our country. So I started off with Game Day in Philadelphia, and then went on to the Carolinas, and then Atlanta, and then Chicago, then Pittsburgh, then Green Bay, and now we're finally in Dallas, and I'm so excited about that.
Oh, I am too. Oh, you know, Marnie, I promise I'm listening. I'm just looking at your dog, and his tongue was sticking out the entire time. It looked like he fell asleep with his tongue just hanging out. That must be normal for you. He's adorable.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yes, you know, he's a rescue dog, and so he came with a few health complications, but we're working on it. And he's kind of our team mascot, and my best friend got him this football sweater, so it really does represent everything that Fumble the Dog is. And fumbles are actually a good thing. Sometimes, you know, people fumble the ball, and then it's really always about how you recover and make the quick adjustments, and that's like a great life lesson, which is one of the things I love about football.
Yeah, well, his complications are adorable, I'll tell you that. Now, I see, obviously, you might have some inspiration from Fumble the Dog, but how did you come up with these characters?
Well, Football Freddie is based off me. Like I said, you know, I grew up having this incredible experience of traveling around and getting to see all these great places. So I wanted to highlight that, and we came up with a character named Football Freddie, short for Frederica. And she and Fumble the Dog get to travel around. And in each city, with the exception of Philadelphia, because that's my hometown, Freddie needs a tour guide. So, for example, in Pittsburgh, her tour guide is a young man named Hugh, and Hugh is autistic. He's based off my best friend from college, her son. But of course, in Dallas, you know, because I, you know, love Dallas and love some of the fun history of it, we decided to go with a young man named JR as our tour guide in the Dallas area.
I love that. Now, Freddie, Fumble, and JR, they stop at museums, the Dallas Zoo, JFK Memorial, and they stop at the State Fair of Texas, all great places before they head to the AT&T Stadium. How does the book pay tribute to the first responders and medical workers?
Well, it's something really important to me. My grandfather was in the military and served our wonderful country. So I wanted to find a way to recognize first responders and also, acknowledge all the work that they do. When you go to a football game, of course, the players and the coaches are a huge part of it in the front office, but it really doesn't happen without the first responders, without the people that work at the concessions, without the security. And then, of course, the most important part are the fans. So finding a way to acknowledge everybody's representation, and obviously our first responders are so important to, daily, everyday life, that it was really a privilege for me to find ways to acknowledge them and share my appreciation for them.
And Marnie, just to wrap things up, this is free. That's huge. Why did you choose to make this available for free, and how can we get it?
Okay, well, when the coronavirus started to happen, I have 3 children. They're all in school. I love teachers, and now I have an extra, appreciation for them. I wanted to find a way to let everybody have access to my book. So if you go on to footballfreddie.com, you can download Football Freddie and Fumble the Dog Gameday in Dallas. It's totally available. I actually was just thinking that your previous guest would be a great fit to work with them and get all the kids in the homeless shelters copies of my book. So go to footballfreddie.com. You can download the book for free and then send me notes. Go to Facebook. Let me know if you love it. I will go on to different websites and do readings for everybody if they want. And it's just a great way. I love reading, and I think it's a great coping skill, and sharing my love for football and the traditions of it is just really important to me.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I'm going to make sure that you get that website, get your free copy at footballfreddie.com. Thanks for talking with us.